short-term factors, as you said, and long-term factors and actions being taken as well to solve both of those. That said, Mr. Secretary, do you think this should influence company leaders deciding where to put their next plant, if it should be overseas or domestic? Is it an added factor that people should be doing as much as they can in terms of manufacturing here in the U.S.?
I think this is one more reason why we've got to look at domestic sourcing. And the president, from day one, has been talking about Buy America. Obviously, the more we can source things within the United States, the less we're dependent on some of this international shipping that has proved to be vulnerable to supply chain shocks. We're always going to be part of a global and interconnected economy, but I think the president is rightly challenging us as a country, and certainly across this administration, to promote American manufacturing and the domestic supply of these things that we need, from electric vehicle batteries to the products that go into our homes.
So as a result of some of these problems, we got another hot consumer price index report today, 5.4% in terms of rising prices from last year, a 0.4% jump from last month. Both of those numbers came in higher than expected. How concerned is the administration about the rising cost of living as a result of some of these problems?
Well, we continue to see that price pressure, and we know that people are feeling it. It's largely a consequence of the whipsawing that has happened in the U.S. economy over the last 20 months, but it is also decelerating, which is important. And the best thing we can do is take actions to ease inflationary pressure. Important to mention that I believe Moody's and others, in their analysis of the president's overall Build Back Better vision, have determined and estimated that it will reduce price pressure and inflation in this country if we move that agenda through in its entirety. One more reason we have such a sense of urgency passing the infrastructure vision and the rest of the president's agenda.
Mr. Secretary, quick final question, different topic. How is it that the U.S. is still declining travelers from countries like the U.K., not limited to the U.K., where the numbers on the COVID front, from cases to hospitalizations to deaths to vaccinations, importantly, are considerably better than the numbers here in the U.S.?
Well, this is exactly why we are moving to a new framework that is based on the risk profile of travelers rather than the country level. We've made that announcement and are now moving to work to where vaccinated travelers can travel internationally. As you can imagine, as the Transportation Secretary, nobody is more eager than I am to see us fully move safely toward that international travel. And the announcement is a big step that we are moving toward, and that I know the various airlines based here in the U.S. and serving the U.S. are moving quickly to deliver on as well.
Can you give me a firm date when my family from the U.K. can visit?
So I can tell you that we want this to be done as soon as it safely can, and we're looking toward that November goal.